Why is it so damn hard to understand what pilots say on airplane? It's all the extra noise happening at the same time. 99% of stuff they say they don't care about and you don't care about. The sound system is generally fine. If you get a chatty pilot you can easily understand it, but most are just kinda rushing through a, "Hello, my name is Chris, I will be your pilot today, the flight will take 83 minutes, the weather in San Diego suck Claudia. ND52 thank you very much," that they have to say 5,000 times a year and no one on the plane actually cares about much. Probably because they just want to hurry up and leave. They don't care whether we listen or not. They're all sick of repeating the same words. You nailed it yourself. $250 million airplane. $10 mic. The business that runs the plane is, after all, a business. Business don't like spending money on anything that doesn't obviously have a return on investment. And being able to hear what the captain said doesn't have an obvious ROI. The bigger concern is that the pilots are talking to the air traffic controllers through that same mic. Seriously. I think the real problems with understanding the captain in the cabin are that the speakers are lousy. And the announcement is so routine for the captain that they don't make a lot of effort to speak clearly. They are all trying to sound like Chuck Yeager. Relaxed, casual and fast. It typically comes out as gibberish. Also, the cabin crew typically talks way too fast and eat the words. This is especially annoying when they try to speak English. I'm a Norwegian and Norwegian flight crews rush through the English announcements as if they are afraid to catch fire if they take too long. If there was anything even remotely useful in the cabin announcements, I assume that they would take care to be understood. Since they don't, my assumption is that it's just nonsense. Everything on a plane has to be lightweight, rated for use on an airplane, easy to maintain, etc. You need a PA system that does all that and can operate in environments with very high background noise. But honestly, the most common reason is probably that pilots can't hear the PA message, so if there is a problem they don't know and won't report it. Probably a blown speaker or filter. The actual reason, ignoring all the confused posts in the thread, is that microphones in planes and helicopters have to fight machine noise over person voice. And because machine noise is shrill and broad, the mic cuts off several parts of the sound register of a human voice when filtering away the background. And as a result, cockpit voice transmission is deficient in bass notes, and then the consonants dominate the sentences, making it hard to interpret. I used to know someone who worked the ATC back in the day, and he told me, "We can't understand most of the chatter specifically, but we do understand the cadence and rhythm, so we know something is wrong if their speech is off. Otherwise, we just bark commands, get an acknowledgement, and the rest is just noise. The worst is when we need actual details, and then we use the voice to get them to speak clearly. And usually they respond back in the same voice. Not always though. In Germany we say, Der hat einen Nuschelkursbelegt. I understand some of these answers basically boil down to, it's not mission critical, so the airline doesn't spend money on it, which is fair enough. The pilot announcements are just meant to give some sense of competence to the customers. But what amazes me is how ATC and pilots comprehend each other. I've seen a couple of incidents due to some misunderstanding, but I guess it's not that common. I've never had an issue hearing them. I've never misunderstood what a pilot is saying. I've only flown local flights around Europe, but the sound quality of the PA was absolutely fine. Pilots learn how to talk on radio, which generally requires talking in a very quick, concise way. Generally, the people they are talking to on radio are expecting them to say certain things. Passengers in a plane, however, are very not used to this form of communication. And especially sitting in a plane full of distractions. It's just hard to hear what they say. Funny. I was on a 32 Yo Fokker 100 a few weeks ago and thought about how crisp and clear the sound and speakers were when the pilots and FA gave an announcement. Seats were better too, enjoyed the more sofa-style seats. I usually understand them loud and clear. Maybe you've been unlucky and been on a lot of flights with blown speakers or something. I don't know. Relevant. https://www.youtube.com/watch v equals hvtlzfneskq. Airline pilot and an home recording studio owner here. A major factor is that most pilots aren't familiar with or taught proper microphone technique. We typically use a handheld mic for PA, and I've witnessed many of my colleagues either holding the mic too close to their mouths, which results in a lot of pops and plosive sounds, or they will speak too quietly, with the mic too far away. Couple this with a noisy environment, lack of attention from passengers, and a less than stellar speaker system in the cabin, and this is your result. I normally monitor the PA channel when I speak and will speak more slowly, slightly lower than usual to make it obvious what I'm saying. Cabin crew have commented on this working well when we've had to issue safety-related instructions to passengers. At this point, I'm going to assume it's tradition. Laughing face. Not sure how true this is, but I swear I heard something last week about how commercial pilots in the 50s tried to sound like Chuck Yeager when they spoke. And it just caught on, became a thing pilots do.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.